You'll see a glimpse of Mom in episode 1.
And what other guest stars can you talk about, either new people or people who are coming back?
People who are coming back. Oh, you mean like Nicole Richie?
Yeah.
Olivia Munn, we're very excited about. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Dolph Lundgren, Ivan Drago himself. Isaiah Mustafa, the Old Spice guy. Look at your man, look at me.
So Isaiah Mustafa play?
Well, we're going to have this thing, and it kind of gets into a larger question of, you know, the Buy More and what happens. But let's just say the Buy More has now been taken over by the CIA. Let's just say that happened.
Owned and operated.
Owned and operated by the CIA. So now they have the most incredible Buy More employees you've ever seen. And, every week, you know, in the first episode, we will meet Olivia Munn's character named Greta, who is this amazing CIA operative slash Buy More executive, green shirt. And then every week, we will have a new Greta. And whether it's a woman or a man, the character's name will be Greta. We're not that good at coming up with names. And so Olivia Munn is the kick-ass operative green shirt in the first episode. Isaiah Mustafa is the kick-ass green shirt in the second episode. And that's really as far as we've gotten.
So, what is the state of what's inside Chuck's brain right now? What's happening with Chuck Fu? How much control does he have at this moment over his powers?
I think he's in pretty good control of Chuck Fu. I think. I mean, he can get a little rusty from time to time, but you know, I think that he's getting better and better. You know, and that's kind of the heart of the show, is this kind of burgeoning hero that is Chuck Wardowski.
And what is the role that the governor plays, and what is the role that the proto-intersect that we saw in the finale plays?
These are such feedback questions.
They're not exciting.
I think the people want to know.
The governor is still a part of the show. You know, we want to do kind of big, exciting stories, but you know, the notion is that when Dad kind of introduced Chuck to his spy lair, his bat cave, that you know there was technology down there that would allow Chuck to build his own governors and more governors. But right now, it's like, you know, going into season 4, it's really about the search for Mom. It's really about, you know, looking for her and what that means to Chuck in his life with, you know, his relationship with Sarah and his relationship, you know, with the Buy More. So it's that's a big part of this season of the show.
So I got a sense that the crowd was excited to see Chuck and Sarah kissing a little bit, right? So for Zach and Chuck, how has your working relationship changed, if any, since Chuck and Sarah's relationship has changed?
If I've learned anything from season 3, it's not to get in the middle of you two. I don't know. I don't think I think it's always been the same. I mean, even though we're together now, or we can be honest about being together, and we're a couple officially, I suppose. You know, the love's always been there. I mean, you know, that first night when I saw you.
Day, rather, because
I was at the store. But the first time we went out on a date, we were at the Mexican restaurant, and I was gazing into your eyes. I was such a nerd. And you dispatching all those gentlemen with your, you know, crafty knife skills. I mean, it was, and here we are now. I don't know if it's changed that much, has it?
Nah.
Nah. I'll translate that for you.
No.
It grows and evolves, and I don't know. I mean, are you guys happy with it? That's all we care about.
Well, I mean, Yvonne, Sarah got to smile a lot more in the last few episodes of the season than she had in the previous few years combined. So how was that?
Well, I have to say, I was very excited. Oh, this is really loud. Is it? Okay, yeah. I was very excited to be sort of finally part of some of the happy stuff and some of the comic moments of the show. Yeah, I loved it. And there's probably going to be more of that this season, I hope. Please.
But Chuck and Sarah are a couple this year. You know, we've learned about putting people in between Chuck and Sarah.
ask, is there anything you might have done differently with the Shaw arc?
The Shaw?
Daniel Shaw arc, not Shark.
Not the shark.
No sharks? No, it was a good year.
Jump the short,
Like
Shaw.
a shark, like a... The Shaw arc. Oh, that would be you guys.
Thanks, Zach.
Josh?
You know, he was a great villain, I think.
At the end. He said bitterly.
I think, you know, Chuck and Sarah have a pretty undeniable chemistry, and that's hard to replicate, and so we've learned some things. I'm gonna leave it ambiguous and just say this year you'll be very happy.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of undeniable chemistry, yes, we were all happy to have Chuck and Sarah together, but there was another couple that got together this season that we liked seeing even more, and I'm of course referring to John and Morgan. For Josh and Adam, when did you guys first realize that you had sort of a chemistry that was undeniable on camera?
I think he had me in a chokehold. I think I was like gasping for my life.
Can I hold your puppy?
Can I hold your puppy?
Are you asking the questions now, Baldwin? Have you taken charge of this panel?
Question from Morgan. What do you like most about John Casey?
You have really soft hands.
It's true.
Now, I'm really looking forward to this guy because it's a trick for the cinematographer to set it up so. So there's a ghost.
He was chilling on.
My puppy. You know, the phrase, "Apple box, please," is heard a lot.
Well, Josh, this was a really great year
Sarah's
for Morgan
dying.
overall. He got together with Karina, he found out Chuck's secret, he became a spy, he broke his thumbs, he blew up the Buy More. How was that for you to play?
It was amazing. It was amazing. It was so much fun. It was, fun. I was waiting since the pilot. I think it was okay. Ready? Bye now. But the biggest thing for me was that from season 2 to season 3, I never heard the end of it from Ryan McPartlin about how he was. I'm a spy now. How you doing, bro?
I cannot tell you how much angst it gave him. I was inspired before him.
Yeah.
And I was so happy about it. And the depression, the deep depression he got into until he was in the spy world.
That's not.
And now we're all happy. Now we're all happy Morgan's in the spy world, right?
No.
Yeah!